Oh my God. I'm sitting here talking to myself. I apologize, everybody. I didn't realize I didn't hit the live button. Oh my God. All right, let me start over. I apologize. I wrote a poem, and I'm sorry, this is funny. I just didn't realize I did not have it on. I didn't go live. Just looking at the camera, talking to myself. Okay. The wolf will feed you lies. The wolf will make you believe those that love this country are evil in disguise. The wolf uses the pack to do these dirty deeds, showing the rest of the world alter photos, stories, and videos of Americans that care about this country and label them as criminals. Don't be fooled by the wolf and this pack. The wolf preys on the weak and thirsts for power, blood, and destruction. The wolf will paint a picture to fools who are willing to listen. The wolf and the pack uses technology and the media to do their bidding, only to create hate and division, isolation in this world. Don't be fooled by the wolf and the pack. Real loving American people that love this country are not violent people nor sheeple. They love their sisters and brothers of every race. They give their shirt off their backs if given a chance. Yet the wolf and the pack will make you believe otherwise because all they do is lie. Open your eyes and see through the wolf and the pack's mass bullshit. Unite as one nation. Do some mass research on how technology works. The wolf uses the technology to create an illusion to destroy anyone who loves this country. The wolf and his pack do not care, for the wolf thirsts for power, blood, and money to destroy anything or anyone in their path. The only way to trick the wolf and the pack is by coming together and united as one. This was inspired by Trailer Voodoo. I was listening to his one broadcast and he had Jeremy Dieter on. So I hope you like this. If you have any questions as why I wrote this poem and you want to know what I was referencing it to, hey Janine, you missed it. I was reading a poem. I had a problem. I forgot to hit live. So yeah. So maybe you can go back and listen to the poem. This poem that I wrote is about I don't like talking about politics and how I call them the wolf and the wolf pack. That's the media. That's people that are sheeple, that are stupid, to go a sheeple that are willing to go along with it. They become the wolf pack and they mislead people with their lies and deceit and they buy into the hypocrisy. So that's what I was referring to and how real Americans that love this country are being treated like criminals, and it's not right. And especially with social media and how they're being treated. So that's why I wrote this poem. So if you go back and listen to it. I only see two people in here, Janine and Josh. Everybody else split on me. Not even my mods are here. They knew I was going live because I told them. Oh, that's a shame. Hey, God's Night 22. Oh my God, haven't seen you in a long time. So that's why I wrote that poem. As I was saying, it means a lot, and I know it will mean a lot to Americans and patriots and stuff, because they don't deserve to be um, degraded and looked as criminals when they love this country. They have respect for our Constitution, and basically Congress are the big bad wolves, and whoever's above them is the wolf. And they got their little sheeps, which I call them the little wolfettes, that are doing their bidding, like they're looting and stuff, and it's just crazy, and burning stuff. It's like they're letting themselves be used. And I wish people would that people that are still blind would do some research on how technology affects people's life and what they use it for evil purposes. Like look up how to alter a picture, how to put a scenery in, how to alter a story and make it look like it's the other person that did like a terrible deed. And if they have to get it, and it's really disgusting, and they want us to put poison in our veins, vaccines. And I might get banned for this, but I'm just saying this is what they're doing, and they don't have no respect for the elderly. Let me get a drink, sorry. And that's why I wrote the poem, because it's true what we're all going through, and we're like isolated in our own houses. It's what they want to do, and take us away from our families. They just want to put you in one little pack, like they're putting us in a little box and keeping us in there. It's like you feel like you're in an insane asylum or something. So when you let's see, we got 3 people in here. That's it. Wow. So did any of you catch the poem? Josh, did you type in yes or no? Or do you want me to reread it for you guys, the poem? Whose day won't stop? I mean, if everybody opens their eyes and bands together, you can easily stop the wolf in the tracks and the pack by exposing them by the masses, one by one. Because that's all they are. And they're just a bunch of bullies. It's they want to bully people into submission. It's not right. It's like they want to, and it's just really disgusting. I am just so agitated how my patriot friends that I want them to know have done more for me and helped me than anything. And they would give the shirt off their back to anyone if they were given a chance. These people, American patriots, love this country. They respect one another. They have moral values than anybody else in this world. And I wish the rest would just wake up. I'm like kind of disgusted that my son has become a sheep. Yes, I'm speaking about the government and the media. They're the wolves. They do the bidding for the wolves and the big bad wolf, because that's what I consider them. That's why I made this title. So if they flag it, they flag it. Oh, it won't be the first time or the last time, because I'd rather be honest and tell the truth. I love people, and I just can't stand it that they would create such hatred and division, and it's not right. I mean, I want more people to come together and unite. Who cares about skin color? I don't. I see what's inside of a person. It's how they act and they present themselves. And this media, it's just constant. Like they're like wolves, gnashing and gnashing at their teeth, and just lying and lying and lying. And I can't stand when somebody says to me, the media's true. The media's telling truth. No. And you don't want to sit there arguing with the person because you have to tell them, shut up, I don't want to talk about it. Because you can't get to that person because the lights are on and no one's home. So if many of you did not get a chance to hear the poem, go back to it. I don't see that many people in here. And it's like I support other channels and I wish other people would back me up because I do, tell people in their chats to come, to their. Yes, it is dangerous. True, very true, Josh. They are dangerous. They're dangerous to the American people. They're putting targets on people's back. There's a few people that were supposed to be patriots. I looked at the woman and I noticed, like in some of the videos of the people that Patriots Undercover had caught them, that was Antifa. The woman was an Antifa. And I also caught a photo in my hometown newspaper, which I don't watch it because I call it trash, where the woman was standing there holding the sign, and you could tell by the photo that she was planted there and the sign was put in her hand. And the guy was walking way in the back. I mean, he was all the way back, and the other people were way back, and she was like way up to front. And I said, that's a computer generated altered photo. And if anybody in their right mind would know that, some people don't. They don't know about technology and how much it's evolved and how much it can do. And I wish anyone, would just go research this stuff, go look about how to create photos, Photoshop. I mean, that's something they should look at. There's a lot of persons that they talk about, have done a video, and I don't know how to do that, but I'll eventually learn because I'm not dumb. Well, they'll hold up a photo to the altered one, the original right one to the altered one, and you can tell it. Some people can't because they believe it. It's just like they're being fed and fed and fed like a bunch of zombies. They're like, it's like even when I leave my house, when I get a chance to go shopping, it's like these people are deers in headlights. It's like, oh my God, I'm serious. Well, I know I'm going to be yelling at my mod, a couple of my mods for leaving me in the dust. Anybody else have any questions in here? So, what do you think about Mr. Potato Head? Do you know who I mean by not my potato? Yeah, Janine. They were. I told my mod. I said, "Look, you better be here. It starts at 7 o'clock." Even though I was a little behind and I had a hard time, I didn't realize I wasn't live. I got laughed at myself. Like, oh my God. What do I think about that? I know what she doing. She doing more than that, Josh. You know what I mean, Jelly Bean? She shouldn't be talking at all to them at all. She do more than talking. You do me that, you scratching me back. I scratch yours. Yeah. I don't like her. I don't trust her either. Yes, yes, Janine. They do scare people, and that's what they do. They're the wolves. They're like, they just gnash their teeth to scare people. They're like, they huff and they puff. That's what they do. And they gnash and scare people. They want you to be scared. They need you to be scared. Which you got to be stronger inside and say, sit there and say, these people are insane. And say, shake your head. Shake your head. These people are fools. They're nuts. They should be in this padded cell, you know? Hi, enemy Garcia. You missed the poem. You have to go back and watch it. Callie, you're late. You're late. You missed the poem. You're going to have to watch it. Glad you can make it, love. Now, as I was saying about the media and replying to Janine, yeah, they will make you scared. They will alter things. It's just like they create this big freaking illusion and people buy in it because they're so naive. Like I said, you just got to shake your head and say, these people need help big time. They need a padded cell. And that's why they have hire people to do their bidding, to create all this division. As I'm saying, that's all they do. That's why I wrote put my title as The Wolf and the Pat, because that's what they are. They're all a bunch of big bad wolves. And that's all they will ever be. They just want to use domination. They just want to dominate and make you feel less of a human being. You can't let that happen. You have to dust yourself off and say, nope, ain't happening. Kelly, that's okay. I know you said you were busy. I was busy too. That's why I had to leave myself because I had to clean stuff and I'm doing laundry as well. Because I know you said you're doing laundry too. I mean, we have to be in control of ourselves. We can't let them control us. We have, like I said earlier, we have to become united as one. Show these little sheep that are starting to become part of the wolf pack. Show them how technology is used and how it's altered by the media. And when I was watching, not to bring this up, I was watching Trump's supposedly stupid second impeachment trial. They had a photo up, and then they had this blow up thing where it had words in it. That's they can type. You can type, put a picture there, put little bubble there, and you can write anything in it, and people will believe it. Now, I also seen what they did was when he was speaking, you could see it was it's like they were like going. It was like going in and out. It's like they were trying to change it up, and you could. It was already caught. You couldn't do anything about his speech. To make him look like this man looked like the bad guy when in reality they are. They're the wolves. Joe, are you serious? They can't drive on ice. Dee, 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 dee. If you don't mind, I'm having a stogie. Yeah, well, I can drive in snow. It's been snowing like crazy here. Hopefully, I can get out. I got to go to the store. Like I said, everybody, you can turn what off? Turn what off? Yeah, you could turn them if you're talking about the media and stuff like that. Turn your TV off. Go find or go watch a movie. Go do something relaxing. Tune the world out. Like, wow, wow, Joe. Just be careful. You had three different people to help today. Oh, that's crazy. Oh my God. Well, I'm glad you don't watch the news anymore because it can work on your nerves. Even like when I'm open my laptop and I boot it up, all you see is this crazy crap from the media. I'm like, I don't want to see this stuff. I can go anywhere in my Jeep. Well, of course, it's four-wheel drive. Yeah. So that's what you do if you know anybody that's doing a live stream and they don't if they're talking about politics, kind of be smart about it and put your title different. And that's why I wrote that poem. So if nobody didn't hear it, you can always go back and view the video. So yeah, and also Joe, you're gonna laugh at me. I didn't click live stream. I was talking to myself. Oh my god. My friend phone's going like crazy right now. I'm ready to throw it out into the snow. So what do you guys think? Alien spaceship. Oh, I wonder if they are aliens. Aliens from hell. I did want to alter that poem, but I didn't have time because I was starting to, but I had to take care of some things. I see aliens. There are aliens in here in the chat. Too much thinking hurts right now. Here, take 2 aspirin and call me in the morning. Enemy. Store comment. Yeah, hi pro life. Hi sweetie. You're late too. You're gonna have to watch the rerun. You'll hear more of my poetry, Janine. I'll be writing more as it goes along. But that poem was just for our government and the media and all that. So yeah, it was explaining what they are, the wolf and the wolves. And the stupid people that follow them, they're part of the pack, so they're little wolfettes. So they better open their eyes soon. All we have is each other and we have to stick together. Like I said, these people don't realize that patriots are not violent people. They are the most wonderful people that I've come to know. They've helped, with raising funds for me to get a used car. But I had to shut that down, my GoFundMe, because it was a ripoff. And I will say GoFundMe is a ripoff. So now I have a Cash App. But I will see how I can put it in my YouTube channel. I'll figure it out. I mean, I'm not a dum dum. I even had to teach my husband to upload his photo. So yeah. Let's see what I'm saying. Let's see. Hey, disemboweled, welcome, welcome, welcome. So wouldn't you call them the wolves? They are just wolves in sheep clothing. I mean, they're trying to, like kill us all. That's the way I feel, and everybody worries. We can't panic. We have to live day by day, take it day by day and take a step back and take care of our home front and what we need to do. It's always good to prepare for the worst, but it's also good to just live for the moment. Yeah, I have power too, Michelle. It's still snowing like crazy. Since I'm close to the lake, I'll probably get a lot more, and I don't want to be out there shoveling with my arthritis and spine. I'm the Lion of Judah. Okay, what are you gonna do, disemboweled? You gonna claw 'em? You gonna eat them wolves? So for you like everybody that just came in, I hate repeating myself. If you didn't get to see the beginning, you would laugh because I forgot to hit live and I was looking like an idiot, but I was talking to myself and then I went live. You just see my face. I did write a poem about the wolves and the pack and all of the destruction and stuff that they cause and make good people out to be criminals. And it's not right, and they let other people get away with stuff. What's that? What do you want? Oh, sorry, my cat's meowing. She's crying again. Steve is going to be on my channel Friday. Oh, okay. Yeah, she's my baby. She helps with my depression a lot, Janine. And this, it's like we're like trapped in our house, like a bunch. Like a bunch of sardines. That's the way I feel. It feels like more like martial law in a way. I love Steve. I love you. I'm being silly, guys. So, does anybody have anything they want to talk about? Let's see if I can get the stream link. See the StreamYard link if you want to come up. Come on up and talk. You're welcome to come up. But also have respect. That's all I care about is I don't want people swearing on my channel, calling bees or anything. No foul language, and you will speak one at a time. Because I'm just getting used to this. Does anybody see the link? I put it in there. Okay. Anybody want to come on? Michelle, anybody want to come and talk? Meow. Yes, Lisa don't know how to live stream. All you do is click the stream link and it'll bring you in and you put a name in there, a picture, use your picture. That's easy to do. I had to learn. I'm unable to join at the moment. Okay. Anybody else? on the phone. I don't know how to do that from the phone. I don't remember. Excuse me. My nose is running. It's cold in here. Bebo,
Hey, yo.
how you doing, Bebo?
All right. I figured I'd come on and break the ice for you.
I
Uh,
no, this was funny. I thought I was streaming the whole time, and then I looked over. I'm like, oh my freaking god! I'm talking to myself.
Oh, you didn't turn it on?
No,
It,
I started reading my phone like you idiot.
it happens. Usually on my streams, that's how it is. Even when I'm live, no one's there anyway.
Oh yeah, yeah. I'm glad you came over.
Yeah. How
Yeah,
you
that.
doing?
Huh? What's that?
How you doing?
I'm doing all right. Trying to stay warm. I ain't going out in this shit.
Oh, come on, man. Where you? What state you in?
I'm in Pennsylvania. I'm close to Lake Erie. We get pounded.
I'm in mid to northern Michigan.
Yeah,
So we,
yeah, yeah.
I think we got shoot, I don't know, maybe 16 inches, something like that.
Wow.
Yeah, it was.
I,
I mean, Michigan is common. You know, we actually didn't have much snow all year, and now February we're getting. You
last
know,
year we didn't. I think it snowed like Christmas. That was it.
yeah, yeah, we,
So
we, we, we get the lake effect snow. You know, so
yeah, that's what we get. It's not fun. Last night we got like an inch, and then it started like getting icy. It was all. He's like, I was like, oh my god, hun, the windows are icy.
I love it though. The cold it it separates from the weak from the strong.
Yeah.
Yeah, I used to live in Detroit, and like during the winter, like all the shootings would go down. You know, it's hard to do drive-bys when you got a bunch of snow.
You know how to do a drive-by?
Oh, I mean, I would never do a drive-by, but
No, this is a good drive-by.
what's a
Get a
good?
bunch of dildos and throw them out the window.
I don't know about that.
That's called a dildo drive-by.
Oh my!
I just had to break the ice and make people laugh. It's just crazy here. Like, it just started snowing real bad. I'm like, oh my God, I got to go shopping tomorrow. Hopefully, it's not that bad that I can shovel. Well, this
Yeah,
person has he has like four-wheel drive, so
yeah.
yeah, 'cause
We
I
we
miss
we
my
got a couple
car.
four-wheel drives too. You got to have at least one four-wheel drive or
Well, the
all-wheel drive.
people around here, they know how to drive in the snow. There's some people that shouldn't drive in the snow.
Well, that's why Texas is always such a mess. It's because, they're not ready for it. You know, like here we got plows and salt trucks. You know, who owns a plow in Texas? You know, so but they should have a bunch of four-wheel trucks. All them Texas cowboys and stuff. You'd
Oh
think.
yeah,
You know, but I seen they're acting like they're losing their mind down there. There's a line out of Walmart like all around the building, and
I want to
they're
go
losing
down
power.
there. Well, they said a lot of people in Texas, some of them froze to death.
Yeah, I heard about that.
Oh my God, that's horrible.
I
And you
heard.
think the government's going to care? You think they're going to get their power up or do anything? It's
Um,
just crazy, you know.
yeah,
Well, I don't have no, like people don't think, get a kerosene heater. If your heat kicks out, you lose your power, you'll have the kerosene.
yeah.
At
You should
least,
always have something back up. You know.
not, like I was trying to, like I was talking to who was it, Moose. Having a backup for your CPAP. I got to call my company that I got my CPAP from, but I don't know what his company is because he got his from a different company. He's had his longer than me.
Yeah, I don't even know what is CPAC.
A CPAP machine, there's a CPAP and a BPAP. The BPAP is where you put it in your nose. I
Oh,
can't
oxygen.
stand that. Yeah, it's oxygen at night because I stop breathing. Yeah, when I sleep, I snore and I stop breathing.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
snore too.
I had to have like a sleep study done,
It's
and when I went for it, I could only stand 3 hours. I was in so much pain. That bed felt like I was sleeping on some metal underneath my back. I said, I got to go. I'm in pain. I can't take this.
Yeah. Well,
So they did one at home. They had like a little box where you had the oxygen up your nose. I slept with that on. So
yeah,
mine
that's
goes up to 5 to 10. His goes all the way up to 19 because he really needs it. I thought he was dying the one night.
who, your husband?
Yeah, before he got the CPAP, I said, dude, you better do something. You stop breathing. I'm shaking you. I shook him awake a couple times. I'm like, breathe, breathe.
Wow. Is he big?
Yeah, he's tall.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah. I
he's got some meat on his bones.
yeah, me too. I should lose since this COVID. I've gained quite a
I'm
quite a bit of weight.
I'm pretty sure everybody has, and if they say they haven't, they're full of shit.
Well, if you're not working, you're not doing nothing. And you're in a
I try to keep up around here and clean and go down the basement, up and down steps. They're killers. But I
yeah.
gotta go down and get the laundry. It's not like, I live all one floor. I mean, he can't get out. When he tries to get out to go to the doctors, it's like, oh my God, it's a heart attack waiting to happen because he's like shaking. He's like so paranoid he's gonna fall down the steps.
Oh.
Yeah, but this, like I was saying earlier to everybody, I said this government's just like one big wolf pack, and the media is just like part of it too.
Well,
They're just all wolves.
you get the government you deserve, in my opinion.
Yeah.
People don't want any responsibility anymore. We should form a government where the more self-sufficient you are. See, the problem with our system is you can't even really be self-sufficient completely. It's impossible because if you have progressive taxes, you still got to pay your property taxes, and then you got gas and electric and all these bills, and then on top of that, you know how much money we send in subsidies to our gas and electric. So then not only you're paying your gas and electric bill, but then your taxes are going to them. They're getting it for free, billion. You'd be amazed how many billions of dollars they send to gas and oil.
Oh, I'm sure they do. Even they're raising the rates now with the gas company and with the electric company. So, and what they do also is they add a charge for solar panels. They take, it's 5 cents. I don't care, 5 cents my ass. I ain't got solar panels. I'm renting. I should have to pay for it.
What they should be doing is putting solar panels on every house with little windmills. And have every.
Did you ever see a video of the windmills exploding?
Oh, the big ones?
Yeah.
I used to work in a machine shop. We used to make the gearboxes for them. They're huge.
Oh, yeah.
But they got all types of problems. Their blades are non biodegradable. Like once their blades are taken off, they go in a landfill, and they're going to be there for like 100 years. They have no way of recycling them right now. They completely just throw them in landfills. And
and this idiot wants to use windmills. Duh.
Yeah, well, there's these little windmills that you put right on the top of houses. I think they were called, like, the company was like called Series 7 windmills or something, and you put them like right on every house. They're like cylinders too. They're not like fan, and they just blow and spin. That would be the better option than actually. You're gonna have to have some big windmills out in the country for like wind farms and stuff like that. But like I think they should be putting them on every single house. And then have that house generating, and it's basically all electricity.
If you're renting, the landlord would be responsible for that.
Yeah.
They can also raise your rent.
Right. Well, I think they should offer some type of government grant program rather than giving the gas and electric companies subsidies. Give the
Mhm.
subsidies, uh, set up a program for that and put it directly on houses. The only problem, people might steal them and stuff like that. Empty houses, Uh, we've got major problems everywhere. You know.
But we sure do.
Our dairy companies are effectively bankrupt. Like,
Well,
what's
look what
that?
happened. They had to dump all that freaking milk out.
Well, they dump that
Remember
milk
that?
to keep prices high. Like,
Hmm.
it's a mess. That's what happens when you have, the main thing. Like, I read about subsidies a lot. I think subsidies are one of the biggest problems with our country. Like, people don't even realize, like, housing, how much we pay for, like, people's first buying their first house. Like, the government will give them down
Okay.
payment assistance.
Yeah.
Like like we subsidies are out of control. Rather than do all these subsidies, how about you just cut all of our taxes and we don't pay taxes, and that we can do what we want with our money.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
But it's all about control. The reason they don't just cut your taxes and allow you to do what you want with your money, because they want to collect the money and hand it out to who they want to hand it out to, because they want to decide who's the winner and the losers. For example, in the farming industry right now, there's over about 40,000 farms. But out of them farms, I think there's only about 4% that do over $1 million in revenue or more a year, right? And then so and then, like, out of the subsidies, 70% of the subsidies go to the big farms. So when the government gives the farms money, they're not giving it to the little guy, right? They're
Yeah.
giving it to these big, huge corporate farms, right? That really don't even need it. For example, like when they did the PPP with the COVID, they gave these basketball companies money. The NBA, teams. You heard about the Lakers got money. They gave NASCAR teams money. They gave churches money, right? Like
Hmm.
in my state, they did a bailout for tenants. If a tenant couldn't pay rent, or actually, it was for landlords. If a
Hmm.
landlord had three or more tenants that wasn't paying their rent because of COVID, the
Hmm.
government would pay their rent for them up to 90%. But if you had, let's say you had only two houses you owned and neither one of your tenants were paying you,
Hmm.
you get no help. You have to have three or more.
Wow.
So that's another prime example of them wanting to help the bigger guys, right? The little guy that owns one or two houses that he rents out just to, maybe pay his own bills,
Hmm.
he-
Yeah.
he's getting no help. And then you can't even kick them out right now because they got the moratorium. You have to go through all these hoops to get them out, and then if they can fill out an affidavit claiming that they can't pay their bills because they lost their job because of COVID.
Oh yeah.
You know, it's a complete mess.
It is. They're doing that here too. They have like renter assistance for people who can't pay their rent. I mean, even if they lost hours on their jobs, they help them too if they're behind.
Yeah. Well, our state just did a thing for restaurant employees or service employees, and
Hmm.
uh, it was a couple weeks ago. You had to fill out a thing with the state, and you could get up to $1,600 from the state. And they thought there was going to be like 40,000 people that applied for it. It ended up being like 100,000 people applying for the assistance. So instead of 1,600, now they're saying everyone's going to get closer to like 500. And then even counties are doing it here. Like some of the bigger counties are offering. Like, where do they come up with all this money now to give all of us money?
I have no clue.
Yeah.
I have no clue. It's crazy. I'm telling you. You can go ahead and talk a little bit. I'm just going to go get a bottle of water.
No
Go ahead and
problem.
talk your peeps.
Yeah. I see Callie unknown in there. She probably left soon as I got up on the panel. Those who were used a lot to keep your attack from
Okay, show love in the room. Show love and respect. I got my bottle of water. Had to go in the back room to get it. And my hair is falling down.
Pro Life Warrior says, trying to plan for tonight's stream at 10.
Yeah, I'm going to be there.
Going to do a redo.
Redo. Mm-hmm.
Hers got out of control yet last night.
Oh, I probably missed it. I don't know.
It was fun.
I was like lucky I was going to go live because I had a headache and I'm like, oh Lord, don't let me get one of these mad migraines. I got a stream. Let me get rid of it. So I took something earlier. Now I feel better.
DP. Most people don't hate me, bro. I know, but there's some that do.
What, hate you?
Yeah. Mo booted me last night and took my wrench, but then we made up.
Mo's Mo.
Yeah,
he's an old class of leave. I will not talk about anybody in here. You know what I mean? I respect for people. That's their channel. They do what they want. This is my channel, and I expect everybody to show love and respect.
Yeah, I mean,
I'm doing things different. I don't put up with, I'm going to change my name to Scorpion Queen.
yeah, I've seen that. Yes.
Yeah, I was saying that I'm going to change it to Scorpion Queen because that's my sign, and I can be really mean if you want me to. Don't pee me off.
Yeah. Mo blocked me before. I just got back, but he let me back yesterday. But he didn't give me a wrench, so I'm sort of probably on like probation or something.
You're on probation now. You got to be good.
I've only went on his panel like once. Like I don't really like when there's too many people on a panel.
Well, I don't either. I just like do one or two people. This is like I did Michelle. I did an interview with her, and I only like one person on or two. But I don't like arguing. I don't like racial slurs. I don't like any of that. We're all in this shit together. Let's get it together.
You really believe we're all in this together?
I said the ones that we're all in this together that are suffering and we're all like stuck in our homes. We're just like, I feel people. I'm a compassionate person. I feel other people's feelings.
I can be compassionate and
but
realize something's not true.
Sometimes I observe people and how they behave, and I say little because you learn more by sitting back and observing and listening.
But we're all in this together. I feel like we're all in this alone. Is more.
I know people feel like they're alone, but you know what? We aren't. I mean, there's people out there that are like-minded, but you get disgusted with certain things. We're always at each other's throat, and it's like, I don't want no part of that. I got health problems. I will not let my blood pressure get up.
Do you feel like communities in America are closer today or 50 years ago?
I think years ago, my community used to be closer than it is today. Everybody's out for themselves.
Right. So
honestly, I can tell you, I lived in Reading most of my life. Right. I remember when we had row houses and there was a playground across the street. We had transgenders, we had gays.
50 years ago?
Latino, blacks, and whites that all lived in one row. We kept everybody looked out for everybody's kids while they were out playing, and they would whoop your ass to send you home because that's how we were. We were like a tight knit family, tight knit, and everybody got along. We all kept our neighborhood clean. You understand me? Not today. It's dirty as shit. It has turned into
that contradicts your philosophy that we're all in this together, though.
No, I'm not saying it's not close knit like it should be in some areas. There are some areas that are close knit. I'm not saying, I'm just saying from where I used to live, it is no, we, lived on one block, but we still were like together as a family.
Mm.
But I'm just saying things I left for Germany and I see things when I came back got worse and worse and worse.
Mm.
Drive-by shootings, people shooting in daylight, didn't care if kids were out playing. I never saw that as a little girl. You know, we didn't care about somebody's race, music or anything, because we had respect, for one another. And but it's like the generation didn't give a crap.
Well,
As
see,
they got older, they don't. It's how they're raised and they're taught.
I grew up in a neighborhood that was, predominantly white. Like, I think in my elementary school we had one person of color in the whole school. But then that neighborhood became mixed. Now it's probably predominantly African American.
No.
So I seen the neighborhood change, right?
Well, mine was mixed. We had a couple that her husband was black and she was white, and they had half and half kids.
Hmm.
My sister was married to a Latino. We had blacks there. We had gays. We had, it was mixed, and everybody loved each other and respected each other. I grew up that way. I didn't see color. I saw what was inside of a person.
See, Detroit was like one of the most segregated cities at one time. Like, there was, like, I lived one block from Detroit. I lived in a suburb right outside of Detroit, but I bordered Detroit. And my street, I could throw a rock in Detroit. And then the main road by my house was separate. The one side of the street was completely white. The other side of the street was completely black. That's how it was.
Mm.
Yeah. So,
But you know how much rent was back then
when
for a 3-bedroom house with a yard?
When I was a kid?
When I was a kid, for a 3-bedroom house than it is today. $73 a month.
Yeah, it's much higher now.
I found my mom's rent receipt when I was a teenager. I was like, and then I looked at the address. I was like, Mom, you and Dad paid this much? Damn, no wonder you had so much money.
Well, see, that's part of the problem with communities and why the communities are not close and you can't, everyone rents. We should promote a ownership. But the problem is that they drive these prices of these houses up. Like, look at a house that they built in 1940, right? They probably built that house for like $5,000 when they built it in the 40s, right?
Yeah.
And now that house is probably selling, even in bad neighborhoods, for $50,000, right? A house that was built in the 40s for $5,000. They've sold it over and over and over and collected interest on everyone. If you know anything about mortgage interest, like when you get a mortgage, like at the beginning of your mortgage, like your payment's $500 and like $400 of it's interest.
Oh yeah.
Right. But what's so weird is, like, on your taxes, you're claiming depreciation on your property every year. Yeah. Right. But yet the value is going up. Right. Housing.
It could be a house falling apart and the value's going up.
Yeah, it is. It's true. If you know anything about even construction, like before COVID, the cost of a 2x4 was like $1.90, right? Now a 2x4 is almost $6 now.
Wow.
For one 2x4. So they've tripled the cost of lumber basically in a year.
Yeah. So what happened to my neighborhood was, as soon as they seen everybody was getting along and loving, bank said we can't have this. So everybody in the Roham had to move. So we had to move into the inner city, which was bad. All my friends, they went into the housing project. It was horrible with these these, them big bankers did it.
Oh yeah, they redline neighborhoods. They they can literally cause people to go bankrupt. They plan it out. If they want a certain neighborhood for a development, they'll make sure they get that neighborhood.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I mean, the landlords just sold it back to the bank. I'm like, why? It was such a great neighborhood. You had the playground across the streets. Kids could go play, and we were involved. They have one of those playground leaders there, and yeah, it's really cool back in the day. I mean,
Yeah.
things today are worse. You can't even let your kids go far, without all these crazies out there.
Well, you have more technology now to track your kids, though. Like
Mhm.
phones. You give your kid a phone, you can track them, put an app on it, and
Yep.
see where they're at all the time. I honestly, I grew up in the '90s. I was a teenager in the '90s in Metro Detroit. Like, I think it was worse than what my kids like. I don't think like street gangs is like as big of a problem for the teenagers today as it was when my
Oh, gangs
generation.
are still around. Trust me.
Yeah, they're still around, but like, I don't know. They don't seem as bad as what they used to be. If you look at it, actually, like the murder rate in Detroit has even declined since like the mid '70s. So everyone perceives stuff to be bad. Is like when I lived in Detroit, like we probably had like 360 murders a year, so like one a day. But the thing is, you had three media markets, right? So you had three big news channels in Detroit, and so every time you go home and you turn on the news, you just see these murders, every day, being reported on. And then when it's a kid, it's really like heartbreaking, right? You see a kid
Oh yeah.
by a drive-by or something, some nonsense.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. Like there was a gang. Like my son was fighting him, but he knew all the people in the neighborhood, and they were all out there waiting for them to get their guns out, because they said if it was a gang, this kid called this gang was associated with this Dominican gang. And I was begging my son, I don't want you to die, because the neighbor kid, like the words like slapped my son. He was 18, and my son didn't want to do it, wouldn't hit him because he was underage. So he goes and calls up the gang. The gang comes to one, and he comes up in Zach's face, and we're sitting on the porch. And I said, leave my son alone. I said, he just told that kid off because he was disrespecting me. Because he was sitting on my neighbor's car, and I told him to move because he got a brand new car. He came out complaining that his car was getting scratched. And the kid was a little smart little bastard. Excuse my language. I didn't want to swear on it.
I think a lot of them though are
And
just.
then he wanted to fight my son, and as soon as his friends seen it, they all came out of the house. Every Latino, the whole block came out. And then the rest of the gang come, and they started in their cars. And then when they were getting ready to fight, my son, I said, he better not have a gun, because you know what? My friend said, well, we got our gun sitting right here. Let it pop off. And then after soon the cops came, somebody called the cops. I told my son, you got to get the hell out this neighborhood. It's bad. I said, soon I'll be moving. You either go right now and get in this program, because you're not taking care of your mental health. You're not taking your medicine like you're told. I shouldn't have to baby you. So I got him in this program, and he was there for 2 years for his safety. Because I had like a vision bright. I was in school doing my homework, and I said to my husband, I said, he got to go. He said, what do you mean? I said, I saw him laying bloody with a gunshot wound, dying at the street. He said, are you kidding me? I'm like, no, I was white as a ghost. I said, Zach, you got to go, man. I think just like a sign from God, get him to safety.
The best thing is to get away from that when you're involved in something like that.
I mean, it's just like he went through his teenage craziness, you know. What's that?
I don't know what happened.
We got some sound in the background.
Better.
Oh yeah, that's better.
Yeah.
I'm glad you came on. It's fun to talk to somebody. I
Yeah.
like talking to myself.
It's rough when you first start out with your channel to get people.
Oh
You
yeah, I
know?
just learned how to
You-
stream and everything, and Michelle was explaining how to get people on. I was laughing at myself the whole time. It's like, wow, now I know how to get people on.
yeah. Well, once you get so many subscribers, you know you'll be able to.
I went from 20 some up to 59 now.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't do. You came on mine one night. You remember when you called in?
I think I did.
Yeah, you called. I have the phone number where you had to call. I didn't have
Did I?
the StreamYard.
Did I? I don't remember that.
Yeah, that was a while ago.
Oh my God, I don't remember that seriously.
Yeah, that was like maybe 2 months ago or something like that.
Probably. That's a far back. I suffer from CRS.
Yeah.
You know what CRS is?
CRS, no,
Can't
something.
remember shit.
No.
That's what happens
I
when you get
remember
old.
everything. I remember everything.
Oh, I got senior moments, man. Even if I'm not well rested, I'll walk around. I did some crazy shit. I wasn't sleeping right. I was making some tea and I went to put the sugar away and I was getting ready to put it in the freaking microwave. I was like, what the hell? And my husband said, you should be drinking tea. You should be drinking coffee.
You should be drinking coffee. Don't drink coffee. Coffee's bad.
No, I don't drink it off. I drink tea, but I need the caffeine, extra caffeine to like get my brain functioning, man.
All right, I think I'm gonna let you go.
All
I was
right.
on for
Nice
a
having
while.
you.
All right, have a
You
good
too.
night.
You
Be
too.
good.
Yep, you too. All right, everybody. I'm going to end this stream. You can go back and watch it from the beginning where I read the poem. So thanks for showing up, Joe, Michelle, Janine, Josh, and Bebo. Have a good night. Peace out.